Well, we just checked our frost-free, if you want to call it that, our rock skirt going into this pond this morning. They say it's negative with the wind chill out here. I don't know, but tonight it's supposed to get that 30, 40, 50 mile an hour winds. And we just broke the ice with that shovel. We didn't even need an axe. I think part of it was the snow made the ice kind of punky. And so it wasn't that bad. Wasn't thick at all, matter of fact. So we gave them a little strip of stockpile this morning, the cows. They certainly enjoyed that. And then we unrolled 2 bales instead of 1. It's just brutal cold out here. And the wind is what's so bad. And they're just gonna burn more energy today. So we gotta bump up their ration a little bit, make sure they get plenty to eat. Our cows are in extremely good shape. Of course, they're all covered in snow this morning. That's gonna, make them a little chillier too, but you see that row of cedars there? All the way down through there. They've got cedars to get behind. They've got a nice, this morning they were right up against this brush, the whole mob. And bucking the west wind. So they've got pretty good wind breaks around here. Of course, up in that corner over there, that's all cedars too. Boy, I can't hardly stand to look into it. Because the ground was froze this morning, and we were able to get the hydra bed. We actually used it. This is the first time I've used it, I think, in 2 years. I don't like it. It's not as handy as the Greg Judy bale unroller. It's more bulky. It's hard to get around in the cattle. It's heavy, but you can see we're not leaving any ruts out. So we didn't compress any soil. It is a little bit more favorable for when it's nasty out. You've got a heated cab, and you can actually feed the animals from a heated cab. So I think we're done here. We're ready to go check the bulls. And of course the sheep, we don't worry about the sheep. Oh man, it's a little warmer in here. We moved the sheep yesterday, and they've got a big paddock, and they're the toughest critter there is. When it get some of this snow off me, my clothes stay dry. We got a helper this morning. Who's that?
The intern.
Where's your glasses at? You had your glasses on a while ago.
I couldn't see. It was too fogged up.
Why couldn't you see?
I just got overheated.
Think you got too many clothes on there, hon?
Yeah, I feel like the Michelin girl.
We're gonna go up here and get through this gate so I can close it, keep the cattle out of our bale. We got all these bales lined up there. They're all the right direction. We got our pond fenced off there. The cows can't get in it. Folks, this is a dangerous time of year for ponds. If you don't have a fence around them, they get snow on them. I've seen dogs walk out on them. I've seen cattle, horses, sheep. Your livestock will get out on those ponds, and you get 20 of them out there. That's a lot of weight. Next thing you know, your whole herd's in the pond and you've lost them. So just take a few seconds to put a wire around it, and it might save you thousands and thousands of dollars. What were you gonna say, hon?
Yeah, we've had people who lost cattle in the water.
Yeah, every winter it happens in Missouri. It's always a big headline on the local news. Fire department's out in the pond trying to get a cow out, or a horse or something. And it's usually a pond that had snow on it.
Yep. And just a skip of ice, but not a much. But the cattle don't know that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so bad this morning. Ike, you made the comment a while ago. You think that bale unroller on that truck's a pretty good little invention.
Oh, yeah. It definitely makes life easier when you're battling elements like this. The only thing they need is a little hand that comes out and cuts the wrap and peels that up for you, so you don't have to step out of the truck.
You don't have to get out of the truck.
It ain't too bad though.
Yeah, there's the hay up there.
Now you're getting really needy. That's right. once the weather moderates, it's supposed to be really brutal the next couple of days. We've got our bale unroll already hooked on, and we'll bring the foil over and feed the rest of these. But right now, we can get in here. The snow's not too deep. The ground is absolutely frozen rock hard, and we're not destroying our pasture. So.
And we're not driving over grass.
We're not driving over stockpile. That's right. I wouldn't drive in there if it's a stockpile. It's actually a little road back through this farm, and it's been driven in for probably 20 years. So there's not any grass grows on this road. But this is some stockpile we have on the left and the right here. And Ike and I got this all set up yesterday. I'm glad we did that yesterday.
It's especially just stepping a few of those O'Briens in today with how hard the ground's getting.
Hey.
It's no fun when you're sitting there trying to wiggle and not bend your spikes.
You know, we still got some to do around his house up here, but it's only going to be 20. It's not like hundreds. Oh, I think did he leave? No, yeah, he did leave. The landowner was up here this morning. It's a bad morning. We thought maybe they canceled his work, but it looks like he's gone. Yeah, so when you get mornings like this, folks, it makes you appreciate the warm mornings that we've had. What is this? December what? 22nd. December 22nd. So we basically went 22 days of December without anything like this. It's pretty sweet. I'll take it. Yeah, he shut the shop.
He's gone.
His garage up.
And how quick it's supposed to warm back up next weekend too. I mean, it ain't gonna stick around for too long.
Well, you were saying, Ike, what was the temperature supposed to be?
I think upper 40s, low 50s. I'm pretty sure Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. So we'll be melting off in no time. Any of this, ice or snow.
Yeah.
Clean up pressure up the pastures a bit.
Man, I could use some 50-degree weather. Well, the beautiful thing about the warmer, milder temperatures here in December is it's really saving us on not having to feed, hardly as much hay or even stockpile it. And the cattle, you can tell they're pretty content.
Oh yeah.
They weren't screaming at us. And you walk into a herd of cattle this time of year and they're screaming, bawling, nervously walking back and forth. You've got an issue. They're not getting enough to eat, or what you're feeding them is not very good quality feed. So you need to be watching their gut feel and watch the flesh on them. If it looks like the cows are getting thin, your bottom 10% are losing condition, you need to do something. And I would highly recommend putting out a protein lick or something, because obviously if you're feeding them hay, it may be hay that they're not eating because it's broom sedge. Maybe it's got mold in it. It was put up in October instead of May. We basically feed them wood. Ike and I fenced these off yesterday. There's no power on those bales. So what we did is we ran 2 wires instead of 1. And if you run 2 hot wires, they think it's hot. And they're not gonna mess with it. Famous last words, right?
Yeah. Now that we said something.
Yeah.
Do we want to close him up, Greg?
No, we're good. Folks, I'm going to end this. We're going to go check out the bowls, and everyone have a good day and stay safe out there, and hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you all.